or make you laugh, make you cry like Ain't Life Funny. Ugh.
What's up?
I was going to say, before you do that, I was going to tell you about a new advance in science if you want to unrecord for a second. Movie review. It's just like,
there used to be this guy that it's just so fucked up to watch, but he would do like normal tutorial videos. So it'd be like how to garden or how to do this. But he would like start doing it and then take a huge rip of salvia off a bong. So
I did see that.
Trying to do it until he just completely lost his shit.
Oh man,
it was funny, but yeah, that would be kind of funny. Honestly, though, I feel like if you did that with just straight up weed, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause like this is what you like. You would just always have every.
It'd just be like,
nah, man,
doing it.
Nah, man. Cause imagine like certain movies would catch your attention more than others. So the ones that you actually were paying attention in, you would be like, after doing 100 milligrams of the finest THC from a California dispensary, I went to go see the new film by Christopher Nolan, Tenet.
That has to be a thing, right?
I mean, I'm just saying, that would be an awesome-ass blog to read if nothing else, dude, because you just hype it up where it's like, that's what I'm saying. And if it sucks, then you just be like, yo, all I know is Transformers 3, once again, does not deliver at all. Like, I fell asleep within the first act. I do remember Bumblebee.
But that's dangerous, though, because at some point you're just gonna, like, you won't be reviewing anything. You'll just be like,
yeah.
Well, here's another week where I made it through 2 previous, ate all my candy and fell asleep.
Hey, man, that's just what they'd have to say then. And, like, those movies would know. Like, be like, step your game up, man. You know what I'm saying?
That would be kind of fun, especially if you could get, like, other people to do it with you. Like, they have different tolerances. So, like,
it would be hilarious, bro.
Freak the fuck out. Like, I didn't see anything. I was just kidding.
I mean, basically, that's what everybody does every Sunday watching football, though. It's just like some guys go hard on the Bud Lights and others are just, you know, having a nice little easy Sunday morning and chilling. But, bro, that's how I was when I worked in Nashville, dude. The people would come back from that Tennessee game and you could just tell some of them, it's like, bro, just because all the beer was there didn't mean you had to drink all the beer.
I like that drunk guy that looks not only drunk, but it's like an exhausted drunk where it's like, you look like you worked out and are drunk. Somehow you got tired. Like,
that's called dehydration. Like, that's what that is. Your organs are turning inside themselves, trying to get water out of it, squeezing tight. It's like, oh my God, stop drinking alcohol.
Your equilibrium's tilted to make you like lay down and just your body's like, just please sleep, please.
No, I mean, dude, that's what used to happen. Like, literally, dude, like, we should have probably closed that bar that I worked out downtown down. Because, like, dude, it was a guy that came in there one day, literally reeking of alcohol. Like, he probably threw up on himself at some point. That's why he was smelling like that. Then he, like, comes in there, gets to the table, like walks away from the people he's with, slaps at the first table that's empty and lays on it, dude, and just, like, passes out, right? So, like, I go over there to start serving him because his friends sit down next to him. And I'm just like, yeah, so you think he wants anything? It's like, yeah, just get him some nachos and some fries. And so, like, just order him a bunch of shit, right? So, like, I was like, all right, cool. And, like, honestly, when he came in there and fell asleep, we should have just been like, yo, you can't sleep in here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what most bars tell you. Like,
when you overserve somebody, like, who is the overseer of that whole thing? Because to me, I've never been in a bar where I've seen somebody – I've been in a bar blackout drunk ordering drinks. I've never seen a bartender like, okay, dude. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on what kind of bar you're at. Like, I think what that is that you just have that as the trump card. Because, like, if you do accidentally overserve somebody and they're an asshole, then that's when you're going to get them to make them stop. But if you're just, like, a regular person, but you're just faded, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, some people are like that. Like, I've had people be like, hey, man, like, talking to you all mumble, just another drink, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, you have had 7 drinks and it ain't nothing. Like, you need to chill for a second. And then, like, they'll usually be nice about it and be like, okay, cool, let me either get some food, or they'll be like, all right, that's fine. Oh God, these people. It's like, man, hold on a second, bro. My boss keeps on fucking with me. It's like I'm on lunch. Stop. But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm back.
The office.
Yeah. But no, I'm back. But yeah, man, like, you know, like some people are cool about it, but then you get that one person that's like belligerent drunk and they're like yelling and all that, and it's like, sir, you've been overserved. You need to leave. You know what I'm saying? Even if they had one beer, it's just like, yeah, you get the fuck
but
out
that's
of here.
like a whole, like, that's almost borderline, I'm going to call it a cop situation. I've never just seen somebody who's really just wasted as fuck be like, you're not going to get a drink. But maybe that's like college bar type shit. 'Cause I
I've
don't
done
really
it.
go to bars.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it depends on what type of place you're in, dude. Because if it's like a party place, like, only way that someone's gonna tell you that, or they find out, is if something happens, like somebody got overserved and then got in a wreck, or like, you know, walked out in the street or something.
That had to be
Because
why that place in Orlando we used to go to closed down. Like, how many DUIs were given?
I mean, the thing about all that though is that that's on the person.
Parked right by that place and just pulled over every fucking car that pulled out.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's what they should have done. Just had a sting operation set up. But I mean,
it's not even a sting. It's just like we understand reality, so we're just gonna sit here. It's not even a sting.
I mean, they do that. They used to do that in Atlanta. Like, and what was crazy about it doing that in Atlanta is that they would do that on like house parties, because people would like rent mansions and stuff, and then they'd bust a bunch of people to actually come to the parties. And like, then I guess somebody in the neighborhood would tell them like, hey, it's a big party in the neighborhood tonight. So the cops would post up around like the block and just like have the whole corner, like on your way out, like blocked off, lights flashing everywhere. Yeah. And be like, oh, you got to take a sobriety test and all this, and just be locking people up, bro. Like, and then it's the weekend too. So it's just like, you got to go to Fulton County jail over the fucking weekend and shit, dude. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. Like, the thing about Atlanta jail though, I don't know if this was Fulton County. This was the city jail that I picked my homeboy up from. They just kept him in the drunk tank until, like, if you made bail, they didn't put you in the actual jail. You know what I'm saying? They just were like, oh, you got bail, you know, drunk and disorderly, whatever. We'll let you,
look, man,
but it's like, right. But it's like, if you don't got money, it's like, hey, we about to put you in one of these jumpsuits. Because they had him in there with, like, women, too. Like, he was sitting there just, like, in a room. Like, because I could see, like, the room he was in. But, like, I was talking to him, like, this metal door. But it was, like, people just sitting back there just, like, he was laughing. I was like, bro, what did you even do? And then it's like, oh, man. He wasn't even drunk. He got pulled over because him and this other guy that we know, we used to always talk shit about their cars, because he had a Mustang. The other guy had like an Acura Integra, which is not comparable to a Mustang in any way. So like, he was saying, like, the dude that had the Integra was telling me, he's like, yeah, man, we was on like a little curvy road and I just zipped by him and I think he got butt hurt. So we got him on the interstate. He took off and didn't see that it was a cop on the ramp with us. So, like, in Atlanta, the speed limit is 55, and he went 75, and that's like, boom, instant 20 miles over the speed limit, reckless driving. So they pulled him over. It's like, oh, no, you're going straight to jail. Like, he said the cop pulled him over and was like, hey, yep, give me them keys. Like, we're going to have somebody move your car. It's like, you going to jail. And I was like, what? It's like, yeah, use 20 miles over the speed limit. That's reckless order. Just driving, boom. And that's crazy because I've driven through Atlanta going like, I'm sure 100 miles an hour before in the same spot, bro. Like, not even batting an eye with other people right beside me. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is.
Man, I don't know, dude. I can't. We were driving last night, just like being on the 405. Sometimes you'll see somebody that's, I mean, if you're doing 80, they got to be doing like 115 or something. They just zip by you. And
oh, yeah, bro.
Man. If I was in that car with whoever was driving, I'd be flipping the fuck out, dude. Because remember, like, when we used to, a couple of our friends in Orlando used to be questionable drunk, and it was like every time I got into the passenger side, it's like, just look at the ground, dude, because you're not gonna like what you see if you look up.
Oh man, bro! What's crazy is I've been in the car with a couple of them. Like, these people were all from Florida too, which just, I don't know if that speaks to Florida level driving or they were just crazy or what, but it was just like, bro, we are not in a rush. Like we are not on any schedule. I mean, there's no
it's
clock.
Like they think it's filmed by car and driver. It's like, dude, there ain't no reason to be like upshifting on the ass of somebody and like zipping by them like you're trying to evade the cops. Like, there's no reason for this. Like,
bro, out here it's even crazier.
If you're trying to impress me and I'm in the car, like, I'm not impressed. Like, I'm pissed if you're doing that shit. So,
bro, out here where I live right now, dude, in Maryland, it's just like psychotic. I guess because like the virus has kept a lot of people off the roads. So
Yeah.
like they're just like, oh, it ain't no traffic, so I can just go wherever I want to go to and shit. And it's just like you'll be going 85 miles an hour, and somebody will be on your bumper like, get out the way, and then it's
that's
just
how
like
it is out here right now. It's like it's
crazy,
awesome
bro.
because there's not that many people out, so you can actually drive places in a decent amount of time instead of it taking like an hour to get 2 miles type shit.
Right.
But that also allows for these dumbass people with like a fucking, they got like some kind of Toyota with a scoop on it, and they're like, I'm in Fast and the Furious now, and they're zipping
Right.
around, just fucking getting on your ass or whatever. It just sucks. And as somebody like,
Well,
I hate driving, dude. Every time I get in the car, like now, every time, it's like I end up at some point being like, I fucking hate driving here. 'Cause, I mean,
oh man, it's everywhere like that, dude. It's literally everywhere.
I can't imagine being a motorcycle owner out here.
Oh, psh.
See those
Bro, I used to
that do that? You gotta have balls of steel to do that.
Dude, I used to work with this kid that rode his motorcycle to work, and I don't really know where he lived in relationship to our job, but every morning he would come in when he rode his motorcycle and slam his helmet down and just be like, almost fucking died like 3 times this morning, bro, and like just be mad as shit. And I remember I told him one day, I was like, bro, you might as well just stop getting upset, because I'll tell you the real truth about all this. It's like, I'm a decent driver. Like, I actually be like looking out and taking my time trying to be safe as I can. I never look for a motorcyclist. So like your life is just in anybody's hands. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine some dumb chick not even halfway paying attention. It's like they'll bump right into you and knock you off and kill you, dude. So it's like you might as well just stop caring about that. And then ever since then he's kind of stopped doing it.
Dude, this is one thing. If you live out here, you have to make sure you understand. Let's say there's people that are trying to turn right, okay?
Mm-hmm.
People only look one way, whatever way they need to look, they'll look. But if you happen to be on the other side of where they're not going to turn their head. So like if a jogger or a bicyclist or a motorcycle guy, I guess, like if you're not aware of that fact and basically counting on somebody making a dumbass move in front of you because they didn't look, then you're probably going to die. Like I've almost either been hit by a car or hit somebody that like pulled out in front of me because of this. I mean, at least a dozen times in the last week because we've been driving so much. I'm not like the best driver, but I've never been in an accident. Like, if you look at my driving record, clean. I'm pretty good. I don't think I'm that bad of a driver. But like out here, I mean, I feel like the only thing you have to do to get a driver's license out here is just like, they just check your pulse. Okay.
Yeah, you just gotta show up. Like, I mean, they do make you take a quote unquote test, but it's not like it's some hard test to pass. You know what I'm saying? And then if you fail, you just take it again. Yeah, like it's not like there's like a cutoff where there's like, hey, man, you're just too dumb for this shit, man. You just need to stop. But like that's what's even more terrifying about those big rig drivers, dude. Because like I've looked into trying to become like get like a CDL and shit. Like literally, if you can breathe and have the like either the money or the time to show up to their schools, because some of them will pay you to go to the schools, and other ones you got to pay for it. But like if you go to one, they're just literally like you can breathe, you can handle it, like your hands move, you can move a truck. Okay, we'll figure the rest of this out. Because, like, you could be dumb as hell and fail that test, like, 8 times. And they'll still just be like, well, I mean, you just got to take it again, man. Remember this, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually, whenever you pass, then you can stop taking it. And it's like, all right, man, here's a big 3,000, trillion-pound machine. Have at it. Like, get across country, man, fast as you can. Because then that's the other thing. They got those guys
there's a lot of, like, potential doctors driving big rigs. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, it's like honestly a good way to make money, but it's just you're you're always on the clock, dude. Like
you're basically just living in that truck cab the whole time. I thought about
you work 7 days a week.
We were both, bro. We were both about to do whatever we could to make
hell yeah
$60,000 a year at most. Like I would have done it. I mean, in some ways it's
still
kind of cool because you could like see the country and shit, but when you see what the reality of that bullshit is, you don't want to do that.
Well, you know what's even worse about it, and the reason why I never really pulled the trigger all the way is that if you do like one of the schools that train you, they pretty much just put you on the road day one, and you're in it with an instructor. So it's like you and some dude you never met before are now living this close to each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you're in a bunk bed situation, and it's
a
just like,
trucker, so it's probably some guy that's like,
oh yeah.
all right, hold on, I gotta have a guest come in. He brings in some like type.
I don't know if they do that anymore as much because they do have like cameras in there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You probably got to take the lot lizard outside the truck. You know what I'm saying? But
oh, he put up a curtain. It is what it is.
Hey man, I mean,
dude.
Hey, I was about to say, man, on the road, it's all good. We were just talking about when this podcast blows up, we're gonna go on tours. Like, yeah. I don't want the white chicks for a back at home. I want them for the tour. Like, those are tour white women. You know what I'm saying? It's like Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I mean? It's like, Wu-Tang Clan.
Like, though, dude. I don't.
Yeah. Hey man,
like that's even nicer than like a truck stop hooker, because like a truck stop hooker, they have to stay where they know where their business is.
Well, they know who you are.
Enthusiast might that could be anybody. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Well, they also know all your business because they've listened to all the episodes and heard all the stuff you talk about, and it's like, oh, remember when you said this and this? It's like, don't hold me to anything I said on that podcast, okay? Like,
basically.
And I just want to put the disclaimer out.
I was black.
Yeah, I was about to say.
The whole time.
Yeah, we should just put the disclaimer out anyways for anyone that listens to this. Don't take anything too serious what you hear on here, just so y'all know.
Guys, we're actors. This is an incredibly script that we've written.
Right, this is performance art, just so you all know. I'm like, we're in a scenario in which, just like an improv is yes and, except it's yes, say anything. That's what this podcast is.
Well, hey, in the interest of like performance art, Aaron, there's something I was going to bring up to you as a topic before we get into football, because I know it's
we didn't intro the podcast too.
Shit. Okay, well, intro. This is what's up, everybody? Thanks for listening to some bullshit there. We're on episode. What is this, Aaron? Episode 28, dude.
Something like that, yeah.
Dude, this is crazy. Also, this is the last episode that I'm going to record from the studio that I've been in. And by studio, I mean my very small one-bedroom apartment in Hermosa Beach. We're moving, dude. So, new studio, new drip coming, LBC.
Why you send me this funny ass article, bro?
No, this is what we're gonna talk about. Performance art, dude.
Man, that's amazing.
So first of all, again, thanks for everybody. Welcome. We kind of forgot to intro the podcast. That's cool. It's ghetto like that. But this is episode 28, and what I want to bring to you now, Aaron, is in regards, you brought up performance art. So CNN, I believe, there's a guy named Jeffrey Toobin.
Toobin has been a fixture on CNN for decades, and this story shows how he remained firmly placed among the media elite. Imagine this, a top-tier Zoom call. People on the call, some of the biggest writers from the most respected magazine in the country. Toobin is on a call with colleagues from The New Yorker who are playing some...
Rich DeMuro was on there?
No, this is our generic
Zoom video.
His kids
planning some special election coverage. Along with not only folks from The New Yorker, from New York City's premier public radio station, WNYC. All told, about 20 people are on the Zoom call. There's some breakout rooms. Speaking of breaking out, according to press reports, at some point, Toobin engages in an intimate act of self-gratification, seemingly unaware that a Zoom camera is on. For his part, Toobin calls the incident an embarrassing and stupid mistake. New Yorker has suspended the longtime writer. Toobin himself asked to be taken off the air at CNN while he deals with a, quote, personal issue. All say.
And, I'm sorry, this man works for the New Yorker.
Yeah.
So what happened here is Jeffrey was on a Zoom call with his colleagues. They were having a meeting. A lot of us are working from home, and that's what we're all doing. You're in a meeting, and, it gets a little boring. Well, I just kind of zone out, just listen, try to act interested. Apparently Jeffrey Toobin forgot he was on. They could see him, and he just started busting, dude. He just started beating off. He got caught.
He started busting.
He started busting moves in the middle of a Zoom. I guess he thought the camera was off, or like the mute button.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Him.
But here's my thing, dude. How are you in a meeting for work that horny that it's like, I'll just turn my camera off real quick and mute this and just rub it a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, just brush up against a little bit of that internet puss. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, how long could that meeting have been? Like an hour? Like, you couldn't chill for an hour?
Also, what were they talking about while he was beating it? Where it was like, they were like, okay, so the coronavirus, it's just completely obliterating us as a people. Society's crumbling. Oh my God, Jeffrey!
What's funny is that if it had been me, like, and I had been in that Zoom call, like, because I would have been on mute anyways, and I just would have been looking at his camera and seeing him in the corner, be like, look at him, yo, see what he's doing?
Everyone's
Tell me,
like, what the Jeffrey?
Like I said, like, how can you not chill for an hour though, dude? Even if it was a 5-hour meeting, like, bro, you can't just like lay off of it for 5 hours and just be like,
please, some Russian hacker, please get the recording of that. So I want to just see like. Not him beating off, but like the reactions of the people, and then what, if anything, he said when he got caught. Like, when he was he like, sorry.
You could tell, bro. He had to get that nut out quick, because that's why he didn't turn the camera off, dude. Because, like, you know, he probably just got to the site he was looking for and was like, oh yeah, there it is.
That's
just
what
like,
it was, dude. He was
got
like
the clicking
Zoom, but he had the window open, and he was like,
yeah.
Oh, this is that one video that you scroll for like 2 hours. He was probably scrolling for like an hour during the meeting, and then he found that whatever. It's like, oh, dude. No.
Imagine you talking about you want to see when he gets caught. I want to see the build up to it, because like you said, you just see him off to the side and like they're just talking about like important stuff, like in the budget financials this year. Like, yeah, and then finally, like he sees what he's looking for. He's like, hold on. Just see him just get quiet as hell. I was like, hey, Jeffrey, are you okay? Like, huh?
He's
like
hanging himself with a belt, like.
Oh God,
Jeffrey.
we gotta spoof that now. That's the perfect Zoom spoof, dude. There you go. Because I mean, you already showed that one guy that got caught when he was playing like that video game,
Yeah,
like
dude.
Warzone or something, right?
How are you like, I've been horny to the point where I was like, I gotta get this out. I gotta get this evil out of me. But I was never like, in the middle of a meeting, like, listen, guys, like, I can't help this.
It's like your homies are over your house and like you guys are all like having a cookout or something, and you just like walk into not even like another room. You just like go in the corner and just start beating off. And it's just like, hey,
Blair Witch style, where you're just in the corner facing the wall. Like,
I mean,
guys,
or facing everyone. Or facing everyone. I mean, at least I would just think that if you face the wall, you at least have some courtesy where it's like, I wasn't looking at making direct eye contact.
I mean, that would be creepy if you just walked in and one of your buddies is facing the wall beating off. I'd be like, I'm selling that.
Like, we are not friends anymore, just so you know.
Oh, you don't know why? You got to get out of here. And I never want to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Please leave. But no, dude, honestly, if this guy was smart, though, what he would do is try to flip this and just become a sympathetic figure. So what he does is, because like I saw Chris Rock's comedy special that he did, his last one, and he talks about how he was a sex addict addicted to watching pornos. So like this guy just needs to do the same thing. We're just like, man, pornography has a grip on me, guys. I need help. You know what I'm saying? And then like people maybe he could
go to rehab,
you know what I'm saying? Exactly for watching.
What's sexaholic rehab? Is that just people in a camp fucking until they can't?
I think you just go there and talk about how you feel lifeless inside and you just fuck because you don't care about anyone or yourself, and you just talk about feelings mostly. That's what I would assume it is. But I don't know how you get verified out of that.
If it becomes really problematic though, where you're like, I literally just fucked some homeless dude. I needed it. Like, it was like what is a sexaholic?
Well, how do you test them for it is my thing. Because, it's like when you go to drug rehab, you get drug tested. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you smoke crack, and then you go there and you get
bring
clean,
in progressively, uglier things. And they're like, do you want to fuck this?
Right.
And it just gets to a level where they're like, sir, you're going to fuck that pile of garbage? Okay, well, then we got to put you in jail.
Right. Well, you need to come back to rehab with us.
Dr.
that is a
Get in,
Sir,
kid.
that is a box of razors. You sure you want to do this? I mean, it's a hole there. I figured,
AIDS on it. You're fucking AIDS. Like, you can't, this is wrong.
Oh, you said AIDS. I thought you said aid. Like this wasn't a sexual aid. I misinterpreted that. I apologize so much. But yeah, dude, like I just don't know how you're in a Zoom meeting and it's just like you get that. Like I feel you when the split screen move because he probably was like.
But like, still,
locked
you
in the
gotta
zone.
know you're in a meeting. Like, you have to have
You
some
can bookmark
noise
that
from
shit.
the meeting,
Yeah.
right?
You can bookmark that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like I think he was talking in the meeting.
Just
Like he probably was
grab
like
at
just.
it. Just fluff yourself a little bit. Nobody's gonna notice that. Like, keep it,
Yeah.
keep it spicy, but you don't have to like straight beat off.
Dude, that's just
No,
too much, bro.
that's
And then
absurd. And also, I'm reading this article now. I'll put a link up to this article in the description of the episode. But it seems like he was not only in a meeting with CNN, or I'm sorry, with the New Yorker, but they were also on the meeting with a New York City metropolitan area radio station that had. So this was a huge call. And not only is that concerning, this guy is the legal expert for this publication. And he's a senior legal analyst at CNN.
he's too old to be doing this shit is the main thing. Like the number one point that you need to land on.
Drugs are they giving old people that they're just straight trying to get? They're just
and that guy's married, bro.
All the time. Like, I'm not even like this. I feel like I've gone through some shit, but it's like,
I mean, dude,
I'm
like I said,
sometimes, but I'm not like to the point where I gotta bust loose in the middle of a meeting. I mean, God damn.
I'm telling you, man. Like if anything, he needs to just try to make himself a sympathetic figure and just be like, "Oh, I'm addicted, man. I'm sorry." Like maybe people will feel bad for him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like take pity, but
dude, you're that old though, and you're still like, I get it, dude. Like questionable decisions you make when you're horny, like definitely done that. That's just the thing we all like, male, female, gay, straight, whatever. Like, whenever you're about like that moment where like the decision's about to be made where you're gonna get laid, like whatever you can do, and you're in like that frothy like you're ready.
Oh man, like
stage.
never
will anything. And I've done a lot of shit.
Bro, never will your mind work so quickly and efficiently as when you're in those moments. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're like,
oh, bro,
in like the most fucking great shit. You're like, dude, this is I'm a genius.
Well, like any obstacle too that could come up, like you are willing to overcome it. That's how anything's ever got accomplished to me. If you think about like the epitome of man's achievements, like it's probably just like Christopher Columbus was just horny as fuck, and it's just like some chick in America was like, "Hey, I'll fuck you if you get over here." Like, look, I get a boat. Know what I'm saying? Like I got like a whole crew. Look, we just got the food.
He was just doing that. No, it
like,
wasn't even a chick in America. He knew some chick back in where he was in Spain or whatever that was like, listen, if you discover some shit, I'll bring you off. So you come back and you tell me about a new place, maybe I'll give you a little handy or something.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man.
And chick, so we can all have a three-way, and then we can do that. And he's like, done. Three-way? Seriously?
Right.
Come on, get the crew. Get the fucking crew.
I mean, dude, you know that's a real thing though too, because back in the day, like before like condoms even existed, like dudes used to use the intestines of animals to bang.
Dude.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally a shit tube that you tie around your dick to bang a chick. It's just like, bro, like how horny were you at this point where it was just like, yo, I don't care what anybody else says. Like, I'm gonna make this happen. Like, oh, you don't want to have a kid? Don't worry. I figured this out.
I don't want to take this to like disgusting childish level, but I got to, because just to think, like, if you went back in time and they were like, you're gonna experience like the everything, the smells, the taste, the smell of a fucking gross ass like Victorian pussy or whatever, like,
oh man.
Just like plague era pussy, that level, or like Viking pussy. I mean, it's gotta smell like a fucking farm or some shit. It's just not, like how people kept going. I don't.
You know what's crazy?
That
You know
shows you how much the sex drive is. Like through all the shit, people covered in dirt. It's like people had to fuck. It was just like, we got to do this, guys. Three-way.
Right.
That just kept happening. Columbus got a three-way or whatever for doing his shit. Caveman made fire and 2 chicks were married. You know, it's just all. This is what it. I think we discovered how the universe started, dude. Somebody.
Bro, it's all linked to that, bro. Like, I would tell you that every great achievement was probably responsible either sex or drugs. That would be my theory on reality as we know it.
I mean, I feel like there probably a few things got through without the aid of either of those things, but you never know.
Well, like when people say like they saw God and all that and like all those stories, I feel like that's all drug use. And then like you said, any great achievement, like the pyramids probably got built because, you know, Cleopatra was just like, yo, I ain't finna give nobody none until somebody builds some shit I ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying?
I want somebody that looks like a cat and a man. And I want some big-ass pyramids. And they were like, what is this stuff? What? And she's like, you got to build it. But if you do, and then she just, like, pulled a little bit of her titty out, and, like, everyone's like, oh, like.
Right. We're on it. Don't worry. We're right to it, madam.
2 days later, like, everyone's like, how were these things built? It had to have been aliens. And it was just, like, every day she just showed a little bit more of her titty.
Hey, man. Motivation,
you know, so
motivation, dog, like no other.
You're welcome.
But yeah, as far as our boy goes there, young Jeff, do
you think, he is a legal analyst. Maybe he can, like you said, spin this, get a little.
Well, the problem with it is that
positive energy towards him. Like, I'm a cuck. You know, I help it. I just am constantly horny, and you know, something has to give here, dude.
Well, what sucks for him is that
like,
as a man,
like, I should not have said what I said. I don't want to talk badly about a man for masturbating, but in this case, Jeff, the judgment, bro.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it's too funny of a story.
Technology is. That wasn't his first Zoom meeting.
Right. Exactly.
You know how this shit works. Put the camera off, and if you got a beat off or, you know, you can do anything if the camera's off, even if they can hear you. They're just gonna hear like.
Right.
And there's be like, are you eating a delicious soup? Like, what's going on?
A soup?
Are you stepping in mud right now?
Oh man. But yeah, dude, like that's the problem. Like as a man, like society really has no sympathy for that anyways. Like they just find that hilarious. It's like if you got beat up by a chick or something, you know what I'm saying? Like as a man, you just have to take that L and like you're a joke now. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe if it was a woman, like I think that'd be even more hilarious, but I feel like the world wouldn't want to rain down on her as hard as a man, but you can't, there's no redemption though. Like he's an old guy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the other thing.
Like not a good, a guy beating off just visually, it's just gross. You know,
yeah, you can't get out of that and win.
I've seen myself beat off. Like I know what it looks like.
Do it in the mirror, bro?
I just, I tape myself. It's like a golf. You just got to analyze. I'm trying to, but no, I'm just saying, like, it's just not a good look. So for him, like, to come back from what I'm assuming is probably like at least a dozen people seeing this guy's dick, and I don't know, like, what was he showing? Like, was he butt ass naked? He couldn't have been like naked.
He probably was just into it, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he just was just going too hard. Like, he probably just like started switching hands and
then like it was just like. A little square, like, Jeff, what the fuck? What was that? He's like, right. He just couldn't stop coming. Like he was trying to explain himself, like, oh god,
They caught him like grabbing a bunch of tissues and shit off to the side. It's like, man, are you? Oh my god, Jeff! It's like your camera's still on, dude. Like, huh?
That's okay. I was just practicing my mantra.
Oh shit. But I mean, like, I'm with you, dude. He had to have been doing that like the entire meeting, dude. Just like searching it, and then just like kept the noise just became background noise, and it just like got lost in
it was probably like a video with like a group of people. It was like a party video, and he's like, oh, I must have turned the Zoom off. And then, you know, one of the giant ass pod started twerking or so. He saw something he liked, you know. And he was
You know that guy had to be watching some freak shit too, because to be that old, like only old guys only look at weird shit. You know?
Yeah, I mean, once you're that old, I feel like, to me, hopefully, if I make it to that age, in every facet of life, I'm doing extremes. Like, if I'm still alive and I make it to like 80, I think I'm gonna experiment with like heroin and stuff. Like, just really, just to see.
Oh,
I
God.
mean, why not? If you make it to the point where you're getting government checks, like, I mean, fuck it. And Kendra can take care of me, or she'll probably leave me by that point, and I'll just be doing age.
I feel like
Great music.
that wouldn't. See, like, my goal is to be like the most fittest old man. So it's like when I'm like 80, I still, you know, I'm just like still got like muscles. Like, I might be in a wheelchair, but I'm just like still curling like 15 pounds, and it's just like, man, that old man got a strong ass grip. Know what I'm saying? Like, he pretty powerful for an old dude. Like, can't walk no more, but hey, man, you fucking beat your ass if you sit down in that chair next to him. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that'd be cool.
Fit old people. I'm not gonna get fat ever, so I won't allow that to happen. But maybe my body won't allow me to work out as much. But that would be dope to be like one of those yoked ass, like teed up old men that you see. It's like 70 years old, just straight shredissimo. Like,
yeah, bro.
He's literally
then,
so
like,
fueled up on tests. He's just walking around with like a giant heart on him. And it's like, dude, you're 80.
well,
What's going on? What chemicals are these?
you know who that is? You're describing Sylvester Stallone to a T, bro. That fucker did.
Giant walking penis at this point. He doesn't even have.
That guy is like, he's like 70 something, right?
I think he's almost. I think if he's in, he can't be 80. No, he's in his like 60s or 70s. Let's look it up.
I'm pretty sure he's 70 something, bro. Like, I think he's like 71. If I'm not like something crazy like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the case,
was born in 1946, dude. He's 74.
God, bro. That's when my grandma was born, man. He lived longer than my grandma. I might need to get some of that shit, bro. Like, whatever
dude,
you on, he's like, hey, man.
What is the mix, dude? Hook it up.
He's like, I need to get some of that.
He's 5'10". Wow.
I sorely disbelieve that. He's a 5'10" that's 5'8".
I was gonna say that seems kind of high, actually.
Well, it's funny, man. I realize people lie about their height because, like, I used to always just tell everybody, like, yeah, I'm 5'11", you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, we were talking about internet dating, and I was looking at this show on Netflix called The Unicorn, where it's like that dude Walt Goggins' wife dies, and he's like a hot old man. So he's like, I guess, like, he's called the unicorn because people his age are usually like divorced or something crazy. So all the chicks like him. But in that, he was saying, like, he's going to put his height was, like, 5 something. And then, like, the people that were helping him with first, I was like, no, just put 6 foot, man. Just put 6 foot. And I was like, damn, man, people really be lying on their height like that? Like, I actually am 6 foot if you count my hair. You know what I mean? But I just, you know, I don't want to be adding no extra.
Here's what's fucked up. Like, I'm not tall by any means, but I'm, like, 6'2", right? Yeah. But I don't even know. I think I'm actually 6'3" if you measure me. Like, at the hospital when they measure me, I think I'm 6'3", but I don't even care. But I will say, from online, we talked about online dating last episode, but even talking like my wife who I met online and just other chicks in general, tall man is a coveted man. They don't like short men. Like my wife, if you're shorter than her, she wouldn't even consider you.
Oh yeah, bro. Most women are like that. Also, though, like, I mean, as a man, dude, like, I don't really like girls that are, like, extremely, extremely tall. Like, I feel like at a certain point.
But I'm 6'3", so I've never met a chick that was much taller than me. But I've dated chicks that were, like, as tall as me.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't necessarily care, but I just feel like if I had the choice of a short girl versus a tall girl, I would pick a short girl. Even though I know guys, some guys aren't like that.
It's just like we saw somebody yesterday when we were moving, or like the other day when we were moving, and it was like this tiny dude, and he was walking with, like, well, I'm assuming it was his girlfriend or friend or something, but the chick was like a straight foot taller than this guy, and it was just like, gee, what a weird ass fucking life to have, where you know, like a Kevin Hart type dude, where it's like literally no matter who you meet, even Danny DeVito might actually be a little bit taller than your ass. It's Like,
Oh man, I don't think Danny DeVito's taller than anybody.
Kevin Hart, my bad, bro.
Oh man,
Like
but no,
that.
I feel you, dude. Like I would be sad too. Like I mean, I went to school with like short dudes and stuff. They always were so funny though, man. Like those were always like the
Yeah.
nicest and funniest dudes. But then they would always want to fight too, though.
See, that's my problem I've always had. It's like those are the testy ones that it's like, dude, come on, man. Just chill. Like I didn't say anything to you.
You're right. Relax, man. And it's like on top of everything else, it's like I don't want to have to save you from getting your ass whooped, dog. Like,
Yeah, right.
it's like you're not gonna beat that guy up that you're talking about, okay? Like just stop. Like that's the friend that I was. I'd be like, look, man, you don't want no beef with that guy. That guy's crazy as hell. He has on dirty shoes in the club right now, bro. Like he came here to whoop somebody's ass. Like you might want to chill.
Yeah, he's been just talking to himself in a corner for 2.5 hours waiting. His fist is clenched.
It's like now we could jump him, like if you want, but I'm just saying, like I feel like we're not on that type of vibe tonight.
Okay. Option A is the sane one. I'll give you a crazy option if you want it, but
right.
we should go with option A.
Oh man, I don't think I've never done that, but like to even calculate the plan of trying to jump somebody, it's just so dirty, bro. Like, I'm saying, like I've seen where literally like 30 people have gathered around to jump one person before, and they've been like spreading notes and talking to each other the whole day. Be like, "Oh, yeah, we gonna jump him at such and such clock," and it's just like, how are you guys all plotting on whooping this one person's ass? He's not even tough. Like this guy, like
care. Like why?
Right.
Why put that much? I have never even
considered that, right?
I just don't give
like,
a fuck like that at all. Maybe
I mean,
I'm a
I've seen,
but if somebody tries to fuck with me, then I will get like you'll see what can happen. But in terms of me, is like actively being like, yo, let's fuck this dude up,
right?
Cool this motherfucker up.
Oh,
yo,
man.
Randy, get over here. We're gonna beat up this little dude over. Come over here. We all gonna hit him. You get him first.
Like, I've literally, exactly. Like I've literally seen it to where it's like somebody like, "Hey, where y'all going?" It's like, "Oh, we finna go jump so and so." Like, "Oh, I'm coming." Like for what?
My God.
It's like you don't even know that guy.
Damn,
like,
you hung out with some rough crowd, bro.
No, this wasn't that I hung out with these people. This is just where I went to school. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to this weird, like, because in Virginia where I grew up, it's the magnet school program. So anybody can go to any school. You know what I'm saying? You have to like be in that program and live in the city. So I went to the technology magnet school. So it was like a mix of just like, you know, normal kids like me, but then it's just like straight up, just like it was also the closest school, high school to downtown. So like literally right up the street, like if you go down Jefferson Boulevard is where like the hood was at. So you went to school with all those kids too. Like my bus dude was like, I lived in like a neighborhood, and then there was this big ass apartment like right before you got to our school. We would pick up like 30 kids. So it would be like 30 kids would come out this one building and they would just be insane. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be like picking up the zoo basically. We'd just all get on the bus in the morning, and like they would pick on us because they thought, you know, it was more of them. So it was only like maybe in our neighborhood like 12 kids that all caught the bus. You know what I'm saying? And like,
yeah.
So it would be like 12 versus like 30. And they'd be like, "Oh, y'all live over here," and they'd be like all picking on you and asking questions or whatever, like just funny stuff, man. But like because they knew each other so well, lived there, like you would hear that type of stuff where it would just be like, "Oh, you know John or whatever. Brenda said such and such. Like we gonna jump him after when we get off the bus today." You know what I'm saying? And it'd be stuff like that. So it's like it's not like I was hanging out with these people. I just would hear these things going on and be like, "Man, I'm glad I don't live in this apartment complex, man, because I hate to fuck with all of y'all. Like y'all bad." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, dude. One time that did, like, the only time anything like that, even this is such a white nerdy ass thing. God, I'm not like getting douche chills even talking like I'm talking. When I was in high school, like I did marching band. I was just a fat kid. I wasn't athletic enough to be in like actual sports, so my mom made me do that instead. Also, I can play a trumpet like a badass, so I'll fucking just pull a little brass out on your ass every once in a while. But anyway, I was in marching band. So like when you're in marching band, it's obviously like seniors or it's just like high school, you know, that same
right.
So you know me, dude. I'm not one to really like authority too much, and that's always been my problem anyway. And I'm a shit talker, so I didn't stop doing that at all, even if I was like a sophomore and some big ass senior was saying something to me. So I remember one time, dude, God, this is such a douchey thing. I said something to some guy that was a senior. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember what the kid looked like. He was just some redhead, like ginger kid that was like like a redhead bully type dude. Like the Christmas Story, like that type of thing, where it's like, dude, shut the, whatever. I'm sure it was something like that. I said something to him. Well, that guy got pissed, and he sent a guy to like try to kick my ass in band, like, but the guy was just some skinny band kid. So like, I just remember some other guy I knew that was like another fat kid who was huge. He was like, yo, somebody's trying to kick your ass. Like, he was like telling me, I was like, what is going on, dude?
Dude, you know what's even funnier about that?
Thinking, like, how this is the most nerdiest, gayest shit of all time. Like, why would this happen?
I feel like I brought this up before, but that happened to me in band, bro. Like
it's, I guess, like, whatever the thing is, there's gonna be like people who think like I'm a badass, like,
Well, in our band, it was that you were supposed to go to band camp during the summer, right? And like,
I did that.
They didn't even,
that's what it was.
They didn't even give me any information about this, dude. So like, I was on the golf team, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know. So, and then my other homie, I guess he either knew or didn't care or whatever. So me and him, day one, to show up to band, and like, they already are playing songs and all this, and we're looking at everybody like, how y'all know this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you wasn't in band camp? Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So like, the band teacher comes out and it's like, oh yeah, like until after football season over, all we work on is marching band stuff. So y'all need to learn these songs. Here's the dance moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come to band practice after school today. Y'all got to learn all of the dance moves. So we was both in trumpet section, and the leader of the trumpet section is like showing us the dance moves off to the side. And then at one point, he's trying to tell us to do this midget dance where like one person lays flat on their back and the other person straddles their hips.
Always some shit. We had to do shit like that. I was like, dude, we're a bunch of fat white kids. Like, this ain't fucking goddamn Drumline or some shit.
Right, exactly, dude. But what's crazy is when we started doing that, I told the dude straight up, I was like, I'm not laying on the ground because I ain't trying to mess my clothes up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't bring no band clothes. Like, I didn't even know we was having band practice until the teacher told me to come here. You know what I mean? And like, band practice went on until late in the damn day too, bro. Like, because my sister was, it's like till 7 p.m. And like, my sister was in the saxophone section. But like, my homie is like, yeah, and I ain't getting on top of him neither. So the trumpet dude, like, he looks at us and like we're crazy. And then the other people that are in the trumpet, I guess, heard it. And like, this person was not the leader of the trumpet section. I was like, yo, section leader told you to do something. You better get down there and do it. And like it was military shit. And I guess that's what they were doing in band camp. Like, to the young people, like to the freshmen, is like, this is the military now or something. Like, I don't know. But my one homie, when they did that, was like, well, y'all better watch y'all mouth, man, talking to me like that. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. So like, he gets the bucket. He gets the bucket on everybody, and the band teacher comes over, and he like knew my sister, so he like knew who I was and shit. I was like, what's going on over here, guys? I was like, man, look, I ain't trying to be in marching band. Like, I told the dude, I was like, I got in band because I'm trying to be in the jazz band and the concert band. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like that type of stuff. Like, I like playing Christmas music on the trumpet. Like, I like doing that. Like, when do we do that? It's like, oh, that's not till months, bro. You got to just stay in band. So, right then and
How
there.
Weird
like,
that it's like, that's a strange thing. That'd be like, I'm in golf until Christmas. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's kind of what it was. I was in golf until October, so it was like, dude, I'm not trying to, do that. But it was just crazy because they were like, well, all right, y'all ain't got to be in marching band. So for the rest of the whole semester, me and him just got to dick off in band class every day, dude. Like, we would go there, like, it was our first class in the morning. We would go in there, and like, we had this fat new band teacher. So like, she used to be the middle school band teacher at the school that my sister went to, because like, I went to a different middle school than my older sister, but I knew who she was and shit. So like, we would just go in there every morning and just fuck with her. Like, one day I went in there and was like, I was like, hey, you know how like when you be getting turkey meat for like the Thanksgiving holiday, it be like good and like juicy or whatever, but then when you get lunch turkey meat, it got all that water in it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, there's all that water in the turkey meat when you getting the sandwich. Like, what's up with that? So like the band teacher was,
guys, let's do our
Exactly. Exactly. She was looking at me like, man, what in the hell is wrong with you? But it's because, like, I just used to do stuff like that because she was like a big chick. So, like, that was like a joke. I would just be asking about food all the time and shit. You know what I mean? I was fucked up.
I mean, dude, I used to fuck with I have teachers that I just wasn't good at school, dude. I like to fuck with people too much in school. I didn't care for it. So, like, a lot of teachers either quit after they dealt with me in, like, the class I was in, or, like, my one band guy, like, I was in band, dude. My mom made me start, like, band when I was in, I think, like, 3rd grade.
Jeez.
I'm super early. So I was, like, good at trumpet before I came to Ohio. But then when I came to Ohio, everyone there was just starting.
Yeah.
And the band guy there was, like, the band guy until my last year of high school, maybe second to last year of high school. So this dude hated my Mr. Short, dude. Rest in peace.
His name was Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, dude. Remember the movie? It was about band, Mr. Holland's Opus.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I mean, it was just an old white dude, but he looked like that guy. But my guy, Mr. Short, was angry, bro. And he hated it. And I'm good at art, so I used to draw him in, like, cartoons doing the and he caught me, like, one time, and, dude, he never forgave me. Like, anytime I had a piece of paper, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing homework. What are you talking about? But, dude, I just remember that one dude. I wouldn't stop talking if he said, just that guy, dude. I couldn't help it. I was a class clown, and a lot of my teachers, I don't think, appreciated my sense of humor too much. So.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's funny. We used to have a biology teacher. We were in 11th grade at this time. So, like, freshman year, I kind of was like a good student to a degree. And I always would pass my classes and stuff. But by the time I got to 11th grade, man, I had a car. I was skipping school. So, like, we used to even play this game where we would flip a coin. And if two heads came up, we would skip school. And if two tails came up, we would go to class. And then sometimes if two tails came up, we would still skip school. So, like, I remember we would do that, and, like, we got this dude, Mr. Benz, our homeroom teacher. And Mr. Benz, you want to talk about a mad teacher? This dude literally would lose his shit on any, like, on the spot, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the guy that was the valedictorian in our class, Mr. Ben's girlfriend taught at the school too, and the valedictorian took her class. So, like, he found out that they were dating or whatever. So, like, all the other kids would, like, that had that class would come in there and be like, hey, Mr. Benz, we saw your girl today, you know what I'm saying? And be like, she was touching on my shoulder. She looked good, you know what I'm saying? He's like, my personal life is none of your business. Like, it literally would yell at the top of his lungs like that, bro. Like, he got so pissed one time because he brought a bunch of yardsticks out because he was going to actually, like, try to teach us. Because we would never let him teach, dude. Like, he was the physics teacher. He would literally be like, all right, we're going to drop these balls. You got to get the reading of the speed and velocity. And we would be, like, throwing them just across the room. Like, one day he got all these yardsticks. And he, like, puts them on everybody's desk. I was like, why did he do this, bro? Like, I got to get him. So, like, we stand over the yardsticks. We start sword fighting, you know what I'm saying? And just, like, everybody going all crazy, acting like we go hit him with him, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, kid, put those down. Like, he's just losing his shit. And then, like, some. You still there?
I'm still here. I can hear you.
Yeah, my phone was ringing. But yeah, man, like, literally, like, somebody, like, as he's losing his shit, just snaps one right in front of him. And he's just like, that's it. Just slams everything, takes it, boom, 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 puts it all in a box and, like, throws it all on his desk or whatever, right? And then this girl is like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And he's pissed, right? So he's like, nah, nobody's going anywhere. Forget that. And, like, this girl was, like, a nice girl, like, never fucked with him, always was good in class. She's like, man, forget that. I'm going to the bathroom. You can't tell me I can't use the restroom. So she just gets up and walks out the class and goes to the bathroom. And that was, like, the final straw. This dude literally puts his head down on his desk and is not just being quiet, right? So everybody's like, damn, man, I don't know, bro. Like, it's like when they broke D on Always Sunny. Like, I think we broke him, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally are, like, having this discussion. And somebody, like, comes up to him and it's like, Mr. Benz, for real, Mr. Benz. Like, they put his arm on him and, like, hit his, like, tap him. It's like, come on, put your head up, man, chill. Like, we were just playing. Like, we can get the rulers out. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to make peace with him and shit. This motherfucker looks up with tears in his eyes, and it's like, you guys ruined my life. And, like, everybody's looking like, oh, shit. But then my homeboy, the same dude that wasn't exactly, he does exactly what you did, the same dude that wouldn't dance in band camp, is like, just bust out laughing, dude, like crying, laughing, like the most hysterical laugh, right? And then, like, and I know Mr. Benz hates me to this day for this. I was like, yo, man, stop laughing at him. He's like, nah, man, that's a grown-ass man right there crying because some little girl told him he was going to go to the bathroom, bro. a cold-blooded motherfucker, dog.
Dude.
Bro, exactly,
God.
dude.
That guy, did he kill himself?
Bro, so then me, this is what I did.
Like,
no, this is,
guys, fuck this.
Bro,
like, fuck all.
This is what I did.
Oh.
This is what I did when my boy said that, right? He said that, and I looked at, like, so I look at my boy, and I look back at Mr. Benz with the tears all down his face, and I was like, damn, you are kind of right, though. That is kind of some bitch shit.
Oh my God. That was cold-blooded.
And I know Mr. Benz that day hated me, dog. I know he probably looked at me every day.
Did you get punished for this?
No, bro. Like, dude, what? The only time I ever got written up in that class was we had a substitute one day, and I would go in there and do my homework. So I had to get on the computer. The substitute is like, get off the computer, because she had already. You could tell people were giving her shit all day, dude. Because you go to Mr. Ben's class to act up. You don't go there to be good. So like, she was like, nobody's getting on the computers. Everybody sit at your desk. And she's like going ham because like this is 5th period, so she's already like on edge. So like, dude, I'm like, yo, man, I gotta do my homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you're talking about, but we always get on the computer here. He's like, sit down. I was like, all right, cool. So she goes crazy. And like, I literally go to my desk and don't say nothing. Like, I might have been under my breath and like, damn, yo, like, how I'm gonna do my homework? You know what I'm saying? It says something like that. She's like, what you say? Huh? Starts going crazy, right? So get out the classroom. I was like, oh, all right, I'll leave. I was like, that's perfect. I can go to the library and do my homework now. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, cool, bye. And then like, right as I'm walking out the door, she's like, hey, what's your name? Because she's gonna try to write me up. I was like, man, don't worry about what my name is, yo. So then I leave.
He just threw like a fucking trench coat, renegade style.
I mean, I literally, like, it was like Carmen Sandiego or something. I said that to her, like, like, oh no.
Don't even worry about what my name is, bitch.
But no, because I was like, no, you trying to kick me out of the class. I was like, you don't even know what my name is. So I left. So, like, they said, dude, that she literally spent the entire rest of that period taking attendance until she could figure out who I was. And, like, what it was that my name is Aaron Austin, so it's the first one on the list. So every time they would say that, somebody else would be like, here, you know what I'm saying, and, like, covered for me. So, dude, like,
yeah, it's like every one of those movies, like, V for Vendetta, like, I'm Aaron Austin.
Exactly.
Everyone.
Spartacus. It was hilarious, dude. So, but get this, right? My boy, because we just had this other class with our boy, Mr. Neely, and he was just like this funny ass old black dude that was our teacher, bro. So, like, we been there like, Mr. Neely, you, like, I bet you and your wife be getting some pussy and shit. Like, we be just saying shit like that. So we'd be like, yeah, he'd be like, y'all crazy, man, and just be laughing at us all the time, right? So, like, Mr. Neely, we'd be like, man, like, how you be hitting your wife? You know what I'm saying? You can get it from the back, y'all. Like, she be getting on top still. Her old ass get on top, like, doing shit like that, though, right? But anytime we act up in this class, my one homie's name was Diablo. And, like, he was like, we would only let him.
What the
bro,
fuck?
we would only let him address us by our bad names in that class. So, like, I was Victor Cornelius, which was, like, my little fake gangster name, and he was Diablo. So, like, we would get bad. Like, we would, like, listen to him. He'd be like, Diablo, Victor, sit down. And, like, we would literally, like, sit down. You know what I'm saying? So, when the lady's taking the attendance, she's going down the list, and my boy is like, nah, man, that's Victor, yo. Like, he's not on the attendance roll. I'm telling you, like, but that's Victor, though. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta trust us. Like, you took attendance, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't everybody here. So I'm telling you, that's Victor. He's not even in this class. Like, he just being here. I was like, oh, all right. So she writes up Victor Cornelius on the fucking thing. And the next day I come to class, Mr. Benz is like, hey, Victor, how you doing today? I said, bust out laughing. I was like, yo, that bitch really wrote Victor up. He's like, yeah, man. It's like, I can't believe it. Like, you guys don't even act good when another teacher's in here. I was like, hell no. I was like, this your class. No, we'll never act good here. Mr. Benz hated us, dog. Oh man, I guarantee you, it's probably like 30 other students that have these stories about Mr. Benz, because it was every period for that dude, bro. Like, I don't know how he's not how he didn't kill himself. Like, he probably did at some point, because, like, bro, they would give him hell. And then he would, like, when the buses would let out, he would then direct kids to the buses. Like, you know, the teacher just, like, yelling at everybody, like, get on your bus, go home, or go over here. Like, this is the such and such bus. Like, he would be doing that. So it's like, then kids that weren't even in his class would give him shit. I was just like, bro, you come to school and get shitted on all day. Like, how do you do this, man? Like, please, somebody say, like, mercy for Mr. Benz. Like, literally, like, but he liked everybody. It was weird. Like, when I became a senior, he would see me and be like, hey, Aaron, and, like, be trying to give me dap and shit. And I'd be like, bro, why do you like me? Like,
that's when he was on like antidepressants. He's like,
probably
on lithium, y'all. You can tell me, well, I'm bulletproof at this point.
Probably, man. It's like all that shit just blended in. But yeah, I felt so bad, man. Like, that day.
And I did that though too. I had a history teacher named Mr. Hammond that in 8th grade or 7th grade that he literally we did these reports and stuff, and I did real well. And then like the next day we had to watch like I think it was Glory or some shit. Yeah. And he literally had played this movie. Like, we had like a thing about Civil War, and that's all he did basically was play Glory over and over. And me and my buddy were talking, and like while he was playing this movie, and like, I mean, I cause hell in this guy, you know, just constantly talking and talking back.
Yeah.
But we were watching Glory. You know, it's a good movie. I like it. I mean, now it's, you know, I'm not gonna watch it a bunch, but it's a pretty decent movie. We just, like, he literally played it like twice as like lessons. It's like, what?
Oh, God.
You can only watch Denzel shed a tear like so many goddamn times. Reality. And we were talking. He was so fed up with us by whatever point this was in the year. He grabbed me and my buddy from behind by the hair.
Oh, God.
Back to like face him up, and he like hissed at us. He was like, "If you talk in my class," like, and I thought, like, I didn't tell any teachers, but I told my mom because, dude, it was weird. Like, me and this kid were like shocked. We just looked at each other like,
oh man.
I went home and my mom like told like somebody about this, and then that guy got fired. He literally like the next year got fired. But
oh man,
as the reason he got fired, fucking multiple teachers in the school.
Oh,
and
wow.
He had a wife. So it was just like, I was like, this guy was a fucking scumbag. Like, and at that point, I was in like 7th or 8th grade. That's when I learned the lesson. Like, okay, these adults don't know shit. These people are scumbags.
Oh yeah, they're just regular people trying to get by. Like, we shouldn't give them such a hard time as we do, man. I feel bad.
Yeah,
but,
I feel bad, but you know, they did good.
You know what happened to me though, man, is that early on, like, I don't know if this has anything to do with, like, I don't want to get too deep into some shit, but like racial shit or whatever. But like early on in my school career, I got shitted on by teachers in a way where like I realized that I didn't need to be a good kid because they were just gonna fuck me over no matter what. So like 2 instances, bro. 5th grade, bro. This was 5th grade. I'll never forget this shit.
I have an exact same story to go with yours.
Yeah, bro. So like 5th grade, I had this teacher. Like, she literally was failing me, like giving me F's and shit. She'd be like, your handwriting's too dirty. I can't read it. So like like it gets to the point where like up until this point, I was a great student in every class. All my teachers loved me. I get to this class and like, she's like, your mom has to come down here for this meeting. So my mom's in the meeting with me and she goes over my math test and she's like, I can't read this. Like, what number is that? Now, so I say all the numbers on a paper. She's like, oh, so all your answers are right. And takes an F off my paper and gives me an A. And I'm like, oh, so you're just full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't want to look at this paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that is. And she would take me in the hallway like every other day, dude, and yell at me like inches from my face and be like, what's wrong with you? You're going to be this and this and this. Like, be going crazy on me for shit. That'd be like small things, dude, where I was just like, God damn, this bitch just hates me, dog. You know what I'm saying? So like that happened. Then I get to 7th grade, right? And I fucking was taking French class. We had this weird ass French dude, bro. Like, he wore black all the time, like all black. Was just weird as fuck, like little fey, you know what I'm saying? But just like all around just a weirdo. And like, I didn't want to take it because all my other friends were in Spanish, and somehow my schedule got flipped where I had to take French. And I was like, and actually I was kind of down to take French because I wanted to learn a different language than Spanish, but that guy was just a weirdo, and I didn't like it. So he would keep the class all black, and there was only like 5 kids in there. So like the lights are off, and like I was just like, man, fuck this class. So yeah, so I just stopped ignoring. I just started ignoring him, kind of like, bro. This is what's crazy, right? So like he gets pissed off because I figured out. No, I figured
Class
out. No, I figured out a way to write an insult because the one lesson that I did learn in there was that the word "boff," I guess, kind of means like so or whatever. But if you say it to someone of authority, he said it's kind of disrespectful. They're just like "boff," you know what I mean? So for one of my quizzes to piss him off, I just wrote "boff" for every answer. You know what I'm saying? And like he obviously did not like that. So the next day I come to class, like I'm just sitting.
you son of a bitch.
Oh, he was
You
pissed,
fucking
bro.
asshole.
He was
I don't
fucking
know if
pissed. The next day I go to
that's-
class, bro, like I used to just like sit off to the side and be like tapping on my desk and like rapping to myself. And that's all I would do in that class because it was, I didn't care a fuck about French at that point. So old boy is like when the class is over, he tells everybody leave the classroom, right? And it's like you stay here. So I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting at my desk, and he comes up and say, "What are you saying to me? What are you saying about me over there? What are you saying? What are you saying?" I was like, "Bro, I'm not saying nothing. I'm rapping like to myself, like I'm not talking about you." He's like, "No, if you were a man, you would tell me. If you were a man, you would tell me. You know what? You're just a chicken. Tell me." So then he fucking loses it and takes his hands, bro. And like I'm sitting with my hands on the desk like this. He starts slamming the desk in front of me that I'm sitting at, dude. Like fucking tell me what you said. Tell me, like going crazy, dog. So like I was like, holy shit. Like this dude has lost his fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, bro, like just like I really didn't do him as dirty as I did Mr. Benz or like a whole bunch of other teachers that I've had, bro. Like he got a light sample, you know what I'm saying? And like he was losing his mind. So, bro, I leave. Like he finally lets me get up and leave. And when I leave, I slam the door because I'm like, man, fuck this dude. You know what I'm saying? And he comes out the door and says, "Hey, don't slam my fucking door." And then slams it back, dog. Like people in the hallway heard this, everything, right? Get this. He tries to get me suspended, bro. Like I get a call from the teachers. I had to sit down with the principal of the school. Both my parents and this dude are sitting there, right? And then I say in the meeting, I was like, "So you didn't make me stay after class the other day, and then said that I was a chicken and that I wasn't a real man, and then you hit the desk a bunch, and then I slammed the door, and then you said, 'Don't slam your effing door.'" I was like, "You didn't do any of that the other day." And he was like, "No." He literally lied in the face of everybody. Right? He said, "No, I didn't do any of that." And looked at me like, "What you gonna do about it, motherfucker?" So I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Cool." And like, I guess the principal could tell he was lying too. So the solution was I wasn't going to get suspended, and then I could take Spanish, or I could stay in his class. I was like, why would I stay in this guy's class? Like, hell no. Like, I'm about to beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
That's great.
all that shit happened to me early on. So like, when I got to high school, dude, I was just a crazy dude, bro. Like, I was like, I'm gonna do what I feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really that bad. Bro.
I basically had like two lives. Like I was born in Pennsylvania in like a really small town in central Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And like till fourth grade, I went through fourth grade. And through that whole time, you grow up, you're little kids, you grow up together. And it's a small town. Like my teacher's husband owned the shoe store in downtown, like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Some
So
Norman
like,
Rockwell
I went from
shit.
that, and then in my summer after fourth grade ended, my dad's like, "We're moving to Ohio for my job." So I was like 9, 10, about to be 10 at that point. So I was not pleased. So we get to Ohio. Ohio is completely different. I don't know anybody. Kids are mean. It's just like you're the new kid. Kids pick on the new kid. And I was like a fat kid, so, all that shit. But my teacher in fifth grade. So I went from knowing everybody, going to school. I get to fifth grade, day one. This fucking lady, Mrs. Phipps, an old ass bitch, just old as fuck, just bitchy as fuck, red hair. She looks like this is such a lame reference, but Harry Potter, there's like a lady in it that's like becomes like this evil, like sort of teacher lady near the end. I forget what her name is, but this Mrs. Phipps looked like just old, decrepit, mean as fuck, mean to me day one. Mispronounced my name. I said something. She's like, your voice. Are you talking back to me? I'm like, I'm just talking. I was like timid, like, and I don't want to get picked on, but like she was mean to me. So like for a while, I think my parents were like, we get it. You hate it here, because I was very vocal about not liking it there when we first moved. So like I think they were like, you're overreacting. Like she's not this mean. This isn't that bad. Well, then they had like a parent-teacher conference. And my mom's like she's not somebody that you'd ever think would be mean or like, nasty, but if you fuck with her, if she gets pissed at you, like she gets pissed at you, and it's not pretty. And she came back. Like I remember being scared because it was like a parent-teacher conference, and I was doing like a C student because I was not doing well at that time. And she came back and she's like, "I am so sorry. She is a monster." Because like the lady, I was a 5th grade kid, right? A new kid.
Yeah, man.
She told my mom, she's like, I don't think he's ever gonna be anything. A 5th grade kid. She told my mom that, and then like my mom like let that go and didn't really say anything. But she found her after 5th grade was over, like in a Kroger or Ralph's, like a grocery store.
Yeah.
She lit that bitch up like in front of me. She's like, "You don't ever tell me," like all this shit, and like this lady.
Oh my god.
But that lady literally made me into a monster for all the other teachers. Because
yeah, man,
I didn't do anything to her, and like until I got out of it, like she would like you said, like the handwriting thing, like she's like, "Who taught you how to do cursive? You need to relearn this. This is so," like she would just be like berating you in front of a class of kids. Who, like, I don't know any of these kids. I'm like with the chud kids at lunch because I look like some fucking special ed kid because this lady won't leave me alone. It's like, God damn. So I get that shit can definitely cause a monster. So misfits, fuck yourself, burn in hell if you're dead.
Well, I just don't know what those teachers thought. Like looking back at it, like, did you think that was gonna make me a better student?
Yeah,
like now,
dude,
I'm like, oh man, she cussed me out. Like I feel good.
You can tell me I'm gonna be. She never told me that. She just told my parents that. And was like basically like fuck your kid. Like it's like
I can't believe she would even say that, dude. Yeah. Yeah, like to think that a teacher would actually say that out their mouth, it's like that was just a different era. Because if you say that nowadays, bro, you'll be fired the next day, bro.
I'm sure there's probably a lot of kids that had that experience. Because I mean, I wasn't the only one, but it was like, damn, bitch, like you can't recognize I'm a new kid and like I'm scared like of everyone around me, and you're making me look like a dick in front of all these kids. It's like, damn, bitch, like you want to call it like. That's how you create like a straight up psycho, basically.
Exactly, bro. It's like this shit could have been way worse. I could have fucking, came back Columbine y'all ass and shit, man. Like, that's some real shit.
It's a crazy place, bro. It's like a really beautiful place. There's really nice people, but from when I was a little kid, dude, it was like that nightmare shit you see in movies where it's like a new kid moving and like every kid's like, "You're poorer than me." Like,
you're
hey, fat. It's like
you're whatchamacallit, bro. You're problem child, man.
Principal Peabody, there's a new student to see you.
I'll have to call you back. I have to deal with one of the little weenies right now. Okay, call you back. Send the little sweetheart in.
I mean,
he's actually a good kid,
like,
man.
Look, I turned out okay. I didn't like fucking tape a kid up to the like chalkboard or anything like that.
Hey, but see, that's what I liked about Problem Child was that he only wronged the people that wronged him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was honestly
he kind of. I don't know if that's the case. Like he definitely signed a bunch of people up for that on Problem Child too. Like he fucked with the mechanics of a carnival machine to where it almost like killed a bunch.
But I think those people said something to him though, man.
One kid did.
They were okay.
Oh, you're right. They were clowning him because he was too short to go on the ride.
Yeah. It wasn't just like one person. And then it would be adults too to be like, yeah, that kid's fucking short. And it'd be like, damn, yo, like everybody got to get in on it. Like
even his
so
granddad, like, Robert Loggia's fucking from Scarface.
Yeah,
his grand like, hey, kid.
Oh God.
Okay,
yeah, man. I used to love that
let's
movie.
move on from our broken childhood into the broken NFL season. So that's a good transition.
This topic is getting weaker and weaker.
Bro, we're going too long. I gotta move. Studio's gotta move today. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. Same here.
So
I gotta keep it
first
pushing.
of all, let's recap. So this is gonna be our NFL portion, guys. So we're to week. God damn it! Let me get this thing in front of me. So let's recap our week 6 picks first. So real quick, Aaron, man, we watched the Cowboys and the Cardinals, and you've talked me into picking the Cardinals to win. I picked the score 42-21, and I was not far off.
Oh, yeah.
You
Told you.
picked 38-24. You gave your guys a little more credit, but, man, the Cowboys are looking like some – I mean, Dog Dick is not – he's just out there.
The Red Rocket, bro.
Why would you call – like, no one said that. I never realized that was his nickname. The Red
I mean,
Rocket.
he's been in your division for a decade. You didn't know that?
I don't know how my sick mind never put that together, but I'm calling Andy Dalton Dog Dick until he retires. So Dog Dick is not looking good. Your team looked really just sad, honestly. Everyone just kind of looked sad. They looked good for like 2 minutes in the beginning of the game, and then it all went to shit. So
I mean, it's like what I said, bro. Like, they realize that they're playing such a mediocre level that even if they have success, it's not going to matter. It's like, we ain't going to beat the Chiefs. We ain't going to beat the Seahawks when we need to. We're not going to beat any other team that's kind of good. So why are we still here other than to get a check? And it's just like, you can see that, bro. The team is trash. Like, I'm lost, bro. I am at a loss. Like, and then I have to pick this game this week, like the Cowboys and the Redskins. Like, so do you want a pile of shit or do you want a pile of animal shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is one worse or better than the other? Like, I don't know. I'm just over it, bro. Like, I truly
honestly,
am at a loss.
You guys being able to beat anybody. You might be able to beat the Jets.
I mean, I was about to say, like, I feel like the Redskins are about to put it on. It's like, I'm not picking the Cowboys to win this game. So
I'm gonna, you know what, dude? You know what? Man, Washington looks like shit, dude.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Trash.
Who wins in the fight between the slug and the worm, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking rap, dog.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I really don't. God, in Washington, Dallas. Man, flip a coin, dude. That's about where we're at with this.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't have a coin to flip. I'm gonna, I gotta pick Washington because you guys look like trash. Like, I would hope that you pick it up, but.
Well, the problem with Washington is that I think they're on like a third-string quarterback because I thought they were going to let Alex Smith play, but then the last game I saw, he wasn't playing. And that guy they have playing now is terrible, but the guy they had starting is terrible. So, like, they can't score. But they do have a defense compared to what the Cowboys have. Like, they can pass rush a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And after seeing what the Cardinals did to us where we can't block anybody, because all the Cardinals did last night was blitz. Like, they literally sent 5 people every time, and it was just like, Andy Dalton is not going to get out the way of this. He's not even recognizing that the blitz is there. Like, or if he is, they can't stop it, so it doesn't matter anyways. It was just like the scare. Like, I don't even know how you finished that game. Like, straight up, dude. Like, if I was him, I would have been like, yo, take me out.
I literally just had it on. Like, I would look over and be like, oh, Andy Dalton's on the ground again. Okay.
Bro, they were blitzing the hell out of him, and it was working so good. Like, it was to the point where it was just like, this is crazy.
He took a shot early. Like, I think it was before the end of the first half where I was like, he ain't going to get up. Like, he took a straight blind shot, like, picked up off the ground, pancaked, just completely fucked.
Did you see the one where he almost got the safety, but he somehow got out of that? It was like, bro, they twisted his leg almost totally around his body.
He literally twisted his body like 180 degrees more than you should be able to just to toss a ball away, basically.
Yeah, bro. It was just like, come on, man. This is just terrible, bro. And then Zeke Elliott's out there fumbling. I'm picking Redskins.
He was sad too, dude. He just looked like – I get that you're kind of disappointed this guy's not your quarterback, but you got to – if you're Zeke, you got to do it now.
I think that O-line is just so trash that, like, he's just tired, bro. Like, I feel like he's just like, man, there's nowhere to even run, and everybody keeps saying I fell off. It's like – I had a good line.
Level like OBJ is right now where he's just like, I want off this team. Like, you're wasting my prime years.
Hell no. He got his money. Like, he got his money now. Like, I mean, it's not really him wasted. It's not really a waste of a prime year in the sense of, like, I'm getting paid, so I've already done what I needed to do. Like, once you get that second big contract, You know what I mean? Like, that's all you're going to get in the NFL. Like, you might get a third, but you have to be like a quarterback. Like, I don't think they give running backs that next contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
So he's already done what he's going to do.
He got it.
Yeah.
So it's like Le'Veon Bell. That's why he took the league minimum or whatever to go over to.
Yeah.
It's like he already made that check, and like you said, he gets all of it or most of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's to that point now where it's just like I got guaranteed money, so I'm good, and then I just got to make smart investments now. Like, that's what football players got to do. It's like I need to go buy a car dealership or something, you know what I'm saying, and just fucking live it up.
Well, you know what, dude? Not done nothing but accurately pick Dallas and call every one of their foibles this year. I love that word, so I'm just going to try to use that a little more. I don't believe in them at all, but I am going to say it's at least somewhat close. So I'm just going to pick 14-10 Washington over Dallas.
You're going to give the Cowboys 10 points?
Touchdown. Maybe they get 9 out of like 3 field goals, but
that's what I was about to say. I mean, dude, trying to pick a score to me at this point is just frivolous because it's just like they're going to lose regardless. But I guess if I had to say anything.
Isn't out of the question either.
I think that they are in Washington playing this game, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it really matters, but because they just got their ass kicked so hard at home, and I feel like they just are over this season because they quit early on in that game, dude. Like, they were playing all right, and then when those fumbles happened, you just saw the whole team kind of give up. So, to me, the fact that they're capable of doing that, if they even get down a little bit, they're going to lose, and Andy Dalton's not going to move the ball. So, I'm saying 28-14.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm predicting ass whoopings.
Touchdowns? I don't think so.
Only reason why is because the Redskins suck. Like, so I think they can score on them potentially only out of like.
Who is their offensive weaponry? Like, who do they have?
That's what I'm saying. They're trash. That's what I'm saying. So like, what'll happen is that it'll be a bunch of turnovers probably both ways. Like, maybe somebody on Washington will fumble and then we'll get a quick touchdown, but we'll be down by 2 touchdowns.
Dude, what the fuck happened to you guys?
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like the Eagles have a bunch of injuries.
Like, once every fucking team is just a giant gaping asshole this year. They suck.
I mean, bro, like I said, I could kind of say Philly has a bunch of injuries, but I think Philly was losing because their coach makes stupid-ass decisions, dog. Like, run the ball, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's times where it's just like they put them in situations where they shouldn't be. And then Carson Wentz has no offensive line. So
I just think that what they also are doing is like they're counting on Carson Wentz pre him getting injured. And now I think he's just a little bit slower than he was. But in the NFL, if you're a couple steps slower than you were, you're going to get sacked.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was never fast. He's not like Lamar Jackson where it's like you see him standing tall in the pocket, and then all of a sudden he's 10 yards downfield about to score a touchdown off of some draw.
Well, the other thing, too, is that the longer you stay in the league, they get more film on you. So it's like we know this is his strength, this is his weakness, this is what he likes to do, this is what he doesn't. So when they take away your strengths and then you have to, like, grow mid-game and people are trying to hit you and all that, like, it just ain't a good look. And I think with him, I think you can see with Carson Wentz's face sometimes that he gets a little perturbed by the moment. Like, that's one thing I'll give Dak his credit for. Like, no matter what happens, he just goes and sits down and looks cool. Like, he don't look like he's mad or excited or anything. He's like, all right, whatever I got to do, I got to do it. But you can see Carson Wentz sometimes look like the pressure's on him, and he's on the sideline looking like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, Aaron Rodgers does that shit too. Like, I've seen Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Like, when Tom Brady was in that Denver game and it was lighting his ass up, any quarterback would have looked like that then, though. But you could see Tom Brady was looking like, God damn, like Von Miller is a monster. I can't do shit.
To pivot to another game we're going to talk about in terms of A, teams getting tape on a quarterback, and B, quarterbacks looking sad and scared. The Steelers whooped the living piss out of the Browns.
Told you they would.
You know,
what was that game score?
Skeptical of the team. I love the Steelers. They still haven't beaten a good team. So we beat the living shit out of the Browns. We picked this game both correctly. We both picked the Steelers to win. I picked a score of 35-30, and you picked a score of 36-38. And I think
oh wow,
score of the game was 38-7.
It was like, yeah. I was about to say they didn't even score once, did they? They got
They scored
destroyed.
that one. That was just a garbage touchdown. I mean, anything they got, we literally on both sides of the ball were just beating the living shit out of them. James Conner ran all over them. Baker
Well, that's what it
Mayfield.
was, man. Y'all,
I saw a bunch of
defense
people
stopped the
pointing
run.
it out, but all they had to do was Baker Mayfield makes a pre-snap read of a defense, and they showed a certain defense, and as soon as they snapped the ball, they went to a different defense, and they just that's all it takes to beat that kid. And I think everyone knows that now. So, you know, I'm not going to go in on the Browns too much. I've done that to all my friends who are Browns fans personally and privately. So
You don't want to get it on wax?
it's just remember, like, can anyone really be surprised? Like, they get all these weapons, they do all this shit, but the bottom line is everyone that's involved in that organization is just a loser.
Well, it's like I was telling you, bro. They got to Heinz Field and saw those yellow chairs, and even though they were empty, they were just like, damn, yo. Remember last time we was up here? And then the time before that? And the time before that? Like,
I mean, dude,
they have, like,
Mayfield,
decades.
I'll give that kid credit. Like, he didn't have any time. Like, our defense.
Y'all
They're
ate them
good.
alive, bro.
I
Well,
mean-
once they stopped the run, that game was over. Like, I saw that early on. I was like, oh, Hunt is getting blown up. Like, it wasn't that they were just, like, stopping the run. They were hurting the running back. Like, they would tackle him and, like, bust his ass. And, like, I was like, oh,
And,
my
like,
God.
five
Like,
guys would fall on him and just, like,
Yeah,
drill him
bro.
into the ground. So,
yeah,
you know,
they were punishing him, bro.
but all this being said, I don't want to go, like I said, we're going to try to make this one a short one. But, like, for the Steelers, do I love that they're 5-0? I love it. That's great. But they haven't beaten anyone. So,
Yeah.
great. Week 6, love it. Week 7, we got to play the Tennessee Titans. And the
Oh, y'all finally
Titans-
making that game up?
Yeah, this is the game. So they man, they're looking good. Tannen's looking good. They always got Derrick Henry. That guy's a beast. That guy ran for like a 90-yard run, and he's basically a giant rhinoceros of a human being that can plow through anybody. But here's my thing. We can stop the run. Even though we did lose a huge weapon, we had a linebacker named Devin Bush. He's out for the season. And that
Yeah, I
guy's
saw
hard.
that,
That's
yeah.
like a Kazir type that he's so fast, it's kind of hard to replace him. But we'll see. I feel like everyone else in the defense is so good that maybe we can sort of not. We can.
Well, that
absorb
next guy, y'all have a team where the next man actually does step up too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like y'all backups actually play. You know
And
what I'm saying?
we're
So,
deep at that position at least. We have some options, and I
yeah,
read
man.
up where we have a safety that's actually Marcus Allen's nephew, I think, or something, or son, and he's a safety, but they've been playing him at linebacker. It's like a hybrid because he's kind of a bigger
Yeah.
dude. So we'll see, man. But
So
we're
here's the
playing
question.
Tennessee.
Do we have to keep our scores from the first time we predicted this game? Do we even have that?
No, I
Oh, I
don't
was
even.
about to
I
say.
could probably find out. No, I don't even. I'd have to listen to it. And I'm lazy, dude. I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Because I don't remember what I picked anyways, but now I do know what I want to pick this week. And this could be a time where I could get a little bit of separation from you because I know you're so high on your boys right now that you can't pick against them. I already can feel it. And because I used to live in Tennessee, in Nashville, I can't just shit on them dudes and be like, oh, man, I'm going to pick the Steelers. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say the Titans going to win this game. Now, the margin is where I'm getting a little foggy on because the thing about the Titans, man, is they ain't going to never give up. Like, they gonna run. They going to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's just can the Steelers stop it? Yeah, exactly. So what I'm thinking, this going to be one of them games that fuck everybody head up. And then it's going to be panic and Steeler Nation afterwards. It's going to be motherfucking 28-17 in a straight up unsuspected, like not even close type of thing though, where like y'all had to really try to do some shit and y'all almost came back, but y'all don't. Heartbreaker. One of those. I hate to wish that on you because I'm glad to see you riding high. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing that your team's winning. You know what I'm saying? Like how you root for the Cowboys, I root for the Steelers, but I'm trying to win this pick'ems too. And you know what I'm saying? Show some love to my old
you
city.
know what?
So
First of all, fuck you for doing that. Fuck you. But man, dude, And we already are trying to get separation. So just in terms of the game we're playing, this pick'em thing, I'm gonna pick the Steelers just to fuck with you anyway and go against you.
You can't not pick the Steelers.
I mean,
you know that.
I have to at least. See. Here's what I worry about as a skeptical / sort of superstitious fan. I'm worried that all this hatred that I've built up and bad will towards my team has sort of fueled their success. And the second I'm like, yeah, they're gonna win, that's gonna tank them. I'm gonna pick.
You've been
the
saying they're
Steelers.
gonna win the whole year, though.
Yeah, but with the scout here, I don't know how good their defense is. I see they're like keeping up with teams, but Houston put up points on them to the point where they almost won, and we beat them pretty easily, and their offense didn't look that great. So I think I'm positive about this game, dude. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with your score, but the Steelers winning it.
Okay, and I feel like that's very likely as well too. But the reason why I say that the Titans might pull this off,
go a little bit different. I'm gonna give them 18 points, just to not completely.
All right. But yeah, only reason why I'm really riding with the Tennessee Titans is because I thought they were gonna lose against Houston, bro. Because you saying that the Steelers beat them, but that was like week 2, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a totally different Texans team.
Yeah, but Houston's defense seems like some shit, dude. I know they got.
Their offensive line is trash.
Other guys, but they look like some dog shit.
But here's the thing that sucks about this game is that it's strength on strength. Like it's run game versus stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? So how hard are y'all going to be trying to lick Derrick Henry? And then how hard is he going to be able to fight back on that? But I'm telling you, man, Titans show up everywhere they go to play. So they're in. They've literally not for the last 4 years that I've lived out there. I never saw them just get blown out. So I mean, it's probably going to be close.
It is at Tennessee also. Just so I don't know if that affects the decision, but there it is.
It slows the field down. They got a slow field out there. It's very muddy. Just so people, I don't know if you know that, but they do have a muddy ass field.
I will say that I think this is the marquee game of the week. I don't know what the other games are necessarily. I'm sure there's a couple other good ones, but as far as classic NFL games, this seems like one of those. Like an old Ravens Steelers game where it's just good defense versus we have a great offense too right now. They're kind of clicking a little bit, so I like to see that. Especially
that's what I worry about with y'all. I don't know y'all's.
They don't. There's not a lot of. We got a DK Metcalf type dude. I didn't realize how big.
He is good. Yeah, he is good. They call him Little Megatron.
It's Mapletron, bro. He's Canadian.
Yeah, there you go, Mapletron. Yeah, but he is good.
Chase.
But my thing is, he's still a rookie though.
Sounds like a rock star, Chase Claypool. Like a fucking action movie star or some shit.
But he is still a rookie though, and I just feel like rookies are capable of having that one game where they should have been there but they weren't. And that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen with you guys. And y'all just, be close to doing stuff all day, but it just doesn't pan out perfectly.
Yeah.
I think that, you know what I mean? That's what I'm banking on.
You can see what I said. I could see the Titans lighting us the fuck up. Because the one thing I don't like that they have is Tannehill has a good deep ball. And
they got some receivers, bro.
Our secondary, they got that Brown dude, A.J. Brown.
Yeah, man.
That guy is fast, and they got a couple other dudes. And, our secondary, looked pretty good against Baker Mayfield. But I honestly, I know Tannehill's better than Baker Mayfield. So, it could be one of those games where we light them up and everybody does their job. But it could also be one of those Steelers games where every time somebody throws a deep ball, it's, a 60-yard completion, and we're just getting trashed on the whole game. So.
Well, what I like about both these teams is they both do what I wish my team would do. Is y'all team is optimistic, bro. Opportunistic, where it's if something happens, y'all take advantage of that. That's what y'all did to the Browns all last week, where it was just you kicked a short punt, we're gonna run it down your throat and you score again, and then we got a pick, we're gonna score again off that. It was just everything that you would hope, and that's how Titans play too, bro. If they get a turnover, they be trying to put some points on the board. You know what I'm saying? So
I just
it's gonna be an interesting game.
Coordinator finally has some nuts, because usually the Steelers, it's draw play, fucking try to do a bullshit ass wide receiver screen or something, and then 3 and outs. And now he said, like, somehow, I don't know if Ben Roethlisberger's insisting on it or our offensive coordinator's just like, okay, fuck it, open it up. But they're actually airing the ball out quite a bit. I mean, that's all they really did. They just picked on the Browns have this D-back named Denzel Ward, I think, who's supposed to be kind of good. He got straight trashed on the whole game. Like, every time they could, they just aired the ball out over his head.
Well, I wanted to say this on there, and then we can kind of wrap it up too if you want. But I noticed that Ben Roethlisberger is on point this year, bro. I saw that in that game, and y'all are gonna beat the Ravens, bro. If y'all's defense is playing like you're doing, Lamar Jackson, he still has a lot to learn. Where that's what I'm saying. Like he's still learning that hard part of being a quarterback, and he's focusing on like running. Like he has so talented that it's hard sometimes to make yourself do other things. You know what I mean? It's like if you're LeBron, you can dunk all the time. So it's like, why would I work on my 3-pointer? So with him, it's like I can just take off. Like I don't need to throw that bomb. And I think that's kind of messing him up a little bit. But y'all can definitely beat them, bro.
I mean, I feel like what happens with the Ravens with us now, where we're at today, is that we could win or lose the game. Like it could. I feel like we're probably going to split 2 games with them. We haven't played them yet.
Right.
And I feel like Lamar Jackson's so talented, he could probably single-handedly just win a game off of sheer will, bootlegging and shit. But bottom line, I agree with you. Usually I'm sort of down on Ben Roethlisberger, but, he's just kind of a prima donna type dude. It just seems like if he wants to be in a bad mood or sort of have some lame excuse as to why he didn't play well, he takes that opportunity. But this year, he seems like he has like a good attitude, and he's also on point with the throws. Like
he didn't play last year, right?
No,
he got hurt last year
immediately. But like his throws, like he got elbow surgery, he got that Tommy John shit, and I was like, I don't know if that works the same for a football player, but I mean, he looks crisp right now. He's definitely making some good ass throws.
Well, what it is, when you sit out a whole year like that and you're like a player like him, you want to play again. Like you miss it, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what kind of shows this year. It kind of seems like he's more excited to be there. Because I feel you too, man. Like he used to kind of be like Aaron Rodgers, where he'd be like, well, the receivers weren't catching the ball, getting open and shit like that.
It's like, dude, shut the fuck. Just say it's my fault. You're the quarterback. It is what it is.
Exactly.
Like if I was a quarterback like him, I'd be like, I won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, you have nothing to
suck my dick.
Right.
Like I feel like he's still not respected as much as some quarterbacks, but as far as like the older people, like quarterbacks in the league, he's definitely up there. I know like Russell Wilson's above him. He's younger. And I mean, Lamar Jackson and like Mahomes are there too, and some people would say they're better than him, but I feel like in terms of a veteran quarterback who can win games and has statistically won shit tons of games everywhere, he's there. He hasn't dropped off like Phillip Rivers or like, I mean, Eli's not even
what's the mark to me is when you get multiple different sets of receivers and you still keep producing. Because some quarterbacks, once they lose that guy, that nice receiver, like that's what Deshaun Watson's going through in Houston. He lost Hopkins, and now it's like, shit, man, like this is way harder than I realized. But like he's literally had like generations of receivers where it was like, I had Plexico, I had Hines Ward, they were beasts. Now I got Antonio Brown, I'm still a beast. You know what I'm saying? Now I got this new kid, I'm beasting with him. Like Aaron Rodgers, I give him credit on that too. He's had mad different receivers, Brett Favre, and they all kept producing. You know what I'm saying? But some quarterbacks aren't like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Matt Ryan is that good if he didn't have Julio Jones, because he's always got a double team. You know what I'm saying? So when that double team isn't there and you just got to deal with the regular dudes, you look very normal. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like a regular quarterback. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, man, I find it funny. Neither one of us want to predict a close game, because I think that's really what's going to happen. It's going to be like a 21-20 type of game. But I want to see Tennessee just go in there and flourish. So that's why I'm saying that.
I feel like you have to add points to whatever you think would normally happen, because it's just like that's where the league's at. It's just more happening. So I'm going to stick with that. God bless you, Steelers. Please don't fuck me like I know you want to. I feel it coming on. I feel a slap in the face, but you know what? I'm just gonna go out this week and support. I love you, Mapletron. Please guide us the promised land over these guys.
Says Canadian
No.
Mapletron.
No, dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's a dangerous team, bro.
That's why I'm saying that y'all gonna lose though, man. I feel like it's too much. Like the Steeler Nation will go crazy if you guys are 6-0. I just think that y'all don't need to be doing.
I'll drink all the
Come back to earth.
if they beat Tennessee. If they beat Tennessee, that's like one of the good teams. So if they do that, then I'm gonna feel real good about my team.
Well, here's the thing: Tennessee has beaten better teams than y'all because they beat the
Oh
Colts.
yeah, I mean
You know what I'm saying?
they are a better team, and they have I like the way Vrabel coaches more than Tomlin. Tomlin's good, but I feel like some of his coordinators, they got some fuckity plans sometimes where I don't get it.
Maybe.
Please.
But yeah,
Take
Vrabel,
it,
man, I do. Vrabel is one of them.
Combine
Vrabel
love.
Yo, Vrabel looked like he just put a toilet in before every game. Like he one of them dudes. Like he did like 300 pull-ups, and then like his wife made him build a new wall, and then he comes to the game, coaches.
Like smokes a butt like right before he's like, all right, guys, let's do this.
Right, drunk a sixer.
Like an athletic dude, but he just looks like a refrigerator delivery dude or some shit.
Oh man, he looks like a construction worker, bro. That just is cotton diesel, and it's just like, bro, did you just lay a whole brick, like a whole ton of cement over there next to the stadium? Like, yeah, man, they said he needed help in the parking lot, man. So I just went out there real quick and showed him what to do. Fuck it.
How did you lift all these? I was supposed to get help with this brick, bro. What the?
He's like, man, anybody tell you take all these bricks up to the top of the stadium? God damn it. Like, hey, man, I seen y'all needed a new foundation over here and shit. I'm just trying to build the structures up tight now. I mean, it's like, Rabel, go coach the game. Like, oh, they got it, man. It's cool. Like, hey, I'll be down
somebody
there.
open this walnut and he just puts it in between his bicep real quick. There you go.
It's like that fucking old school Coke commercial. What was that, Mean Joe Green when the dude throws the jersey at him and shit? It's just
Thanks, Mean Joe. I always thought that was fucked up though, because it's like he just threw a sweaty ass, nasty ass jersey on some poor ass. I mean,
that's game worn, bro. That's
it.
money, dude. That's money, bro. That's game worn jersey, dude. And you get them to sign it.
That commercial back
Boom.
then was like, hey, thanks, Mean Joe. Now it's like some kids like eBay, like.
Oh hell yeah! I always think that it's
dollars off this shit.
When you talk about game worn jerseys, I just always see like some super fan wants that so they can just smell the sweat of some dude's butt, and it's just like they're just like
they'd buy a jock strap if they could, bro.
They're fucking Jeffrey Bloom, what's that dude Toobin's beating off with it, just like like oh yeah, LeBron.
Give me
what if he was
Eli's jock from that Super Bowl where he threw that one pass to Tyree?
What if that dude Jeff was just fucking like sniffing draws and shit while he was on
He
a
probably
Zoom?
is, dude. He's beating off a Zoom call, dude.
Oh
What's
god.
fucked up, Aaron? I've been beating off this whole time, so just to prove that Toobin couldn't handle.
Oh man.
I'm covered right now, dude. If I stood up, it would just be.
Oh Jesus! You just have the most regular nut face ever. Like your nut face is nothing. You just don't make an expression at all.
No.
Like
I waited till the end.
oh god, what's that shit? I just came. Was that Dane Cook shit or whatever it was? Oh man, but yeah, bro. I like we good. Once we get to talking about dicks and butts and y'all, that's how you know the show's about to end.
Man, that's the whole show in period. But just to recap, we're picking Washington over Dallas. You picked Tennessee.
You can pick the Cowboys.
Steelers. We're locked up right now. Our record is 9-2. So whoever
Matt, why don't you just pick the Cowboys? Because then you could get even more separation and get the pain of watching me take an L from watching my team win. Why doesn't that just sound like a great idea? You can't lose, bro. It's literally a coin toss, man. But if you do lose, then the Steelers lose, then you go down too. So I mean, something to think about. Something to think about.
I like common sense, Aaron. I'm not one to buy into this. So.
Hey man, I'm trying to put that Vegas in your blood, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you just got one more spin, baby.
When we're locked up last game, that's when I go crazy. I just start picking Kennedy pick.
Well, I'm not picking the Cowboys anymore this season as far as I know, because looking at their schedule, after this game, I think they played Philly. I don't think they're going to win that. And then they play the Ravens, and then they play, like, the Steelers. It's just going to be an ass-whooping after ass-whooping. So, even in the Cowboys-Steelers game, I wish I could pick them. I'm not picking them to beat the Steelers, just so you know. I'm not picking them to beat the Steelers.
Well, we'll wait, dude. You might change your tune. I think you will. But for now,
Oh, the Red Rocket's going to – Dog Dick's going to do it, man.
Pull out that dog dick arm and just start throwing beans, dude.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Well, I'll believe it when I see it, man.
All right, bro. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. This has been week 28, Aaron. Tell everybody goodbye.
Peace, and we have a world tour coming soon to all our fans out there. I'll see you soon, white bitches.